Hello, welcome back to the twouptoppod with me, 𝗕𝗿𝗵𝗆, and me, George Scaife.
Woo! Good pod, this. I'm excited for this one.
So, guys,
Not like we filmed this once before, not to stop, but let's carry on. We're going to talk about, obviously, the games on the weekend. North London derby. We're talking Liverpool. We're talking Villa as well. Big talking point Chelsea.
Yeah, Leeds and Sunderland as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Conversation there.
And then we'll look at every team's underrated player, the most underrated player at every team.
Yep.
And then we'll look forward to the Arsenal-Chelsea game on the weekend and do our decade, not all time, decade combined 11, which is quite interesting because we're both quite young. So we're not going to talk about like _Bergkamp and that.
Yeah, I weren't kicking about them, mate.
No, I was, but
all right, okay. But anyway,
start with a big one.
Let's talk big. Let's talk
it?
London. I did. It was a good game. You said it carrying on way that it weren't a good game.
I don't know. I just think 5 goals don't make it a good game. I don't think it really was.
I think there's an Arsenal tax anyway because they are notoriously boring.
Yes.
So, as far as Arsenal are concerned, 5 goals. And I thought they were a good game. Seriously, I really did. I think 𝗕𝗥𝗔𝗡𝗄 had a good game as well. Gyökeres were good.
That was his best game for me, I've seen.
Yeah, he were top jaw. Rice were a bit slack for their goal as well.
Yeah, but I think he was fine other than
I forgot
the goal.
who were on comms. It might have been Redknapp who said it. And like because they were just cruising for the first like 20 minutes or whatever it was before they scored. It's like you are going to be a bit slack on ball. Where it's like playing it's like playing year below. That's what it looked like for Arsenal. It's like we'll just take piss out of it.
Give us our ball back.
Yeah, Tottenham are that shit. Oh god, they're so painfully boring.
Yeah, we can take so many angles into the Spurs team. I'm looking at the players now and they're annoying me. I'm just looking at them. Like, look at these.
Just looking at the faces.
I just think the lack of energy, intent, desire in a North London derby. I don't care they just got a new manager. In fact, that should really spark something in these kind of games. It just didn't. It went the opposite way. Another 4-1. Another Eze 2 goals. We talk about Eze because
he's the best player in the world against Tottenham.
Yeah, he only seems to want to play in these games, really.
He said, I don't know if you heard it, it's his first shot on target since the other Tottenham game. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just so... How is that possible anyway? He's not been getting minutes, has he, really?
No, but he has, but he's not been playing very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think he's been one of their worst players this year, has he?
Yeah, he's not done a lot since going.
No. Tottenham... I think, listen, we're doing our underrated players later, and I really did struggle for Tottenham, but I don't want to say what it is. I think there's so many overrated players, firstly. I think players like Van der Ven... We can definitely talk about Van der Ven.
The defence is onking.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I think the thing with... 𝗕𝗥𝗔𝗡𝗂, I can't really talk about him because he's a backup.
Yeah.
Pellegrini is a midfield player.
Simmons is rubbish. Just going further up pitch, Simmons is rubbish.
Right.
Simmons is nothing.
I disagree. I think he's had an all right season.
So I know where you're going later on.
No, Van der Ven. I want to talk about Van der Ven because I think that clip went really viral of Tudor being like, push up, and Van der Ven just stood there, like kind of moral farming. I think that is embarrassing. And I've said he was Tottenham's best player a couple of weeks ago, and I still perhaps think he is on ability. I do think that, but his mentality, come on.
I think it's the same with them all. Though. A lot of them Tottenham players, the ones that think they're half decent, will be in their mind at the end of this season, I'm off anyway. You know what I mean? Regardless of what happens. Even if
they're not wrong because they're off down. Of course they're going.
Even if you push on and we get somehow scam Europe, which would be ridiculous from this position anyway. But wherever they finish, someone like Van der Ven's going to think, I'm out of this shit all at the end of the year anyway. So they just don't care.
Yeah, but teams are going to be put off him at this point because of his mentality. Yeah, head down,
what you say. Yeah,
strutting around.
Just wait and listen to his gaffer as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think that you've got a new gaffer again for a reason. The Spurs players are crap. Finished 17th last year. They're rubbish.
Yeah, and you look at it's quite a young team. I mean, Van der Ven's one of the, maybe not young, but it's quite a young squad. I would look to players like Van der Ven, maybe not in terms of age, but in terms of certainly experience, to carry the likes of 𝗕𝗥𝗔𝗡𝗂, who's hardly played football, the likes of Pellegrini, who's not a centre-back, and that certainly like 𝗕𝗥𝗔𝗡𝗂, Sarr in front of him as well. Gallagher, I think Gallagher's got to do more.
That midfield's atrocious.
I said it'd be a good signing, but he's not.
I don't think he did all necessarily wrong yesterday, but just don't do anything at all anyway. That's what I think with Simmons, though. I don't think Simmons does all.
He slows the game down too much, Simmons.
Yeah, he does.
Talented, though. You can't deny he's talented.
Seriously, you put them in a different stadium. You put Fulham badge in front of that Tottenham team, and it won't look out of place. You'd think, oh, all right, yeah. And even that's an insult to Fulham.
Yeah,
honestly, the team's awful. Yeah. It's so bad. And they're definitely in a relegation battle. Definitely.
Yes. How much can you read into injuries with Spurs? Because can I just list to you now the players who are out? And I'm not saying it's a reason, but Bentancur, Bergvall, Danso, Davies, Kulusevski, Maddison, Odobert, Porro, Romero, red card, Udogie. 7 first teamers. How much of that is actually a variable here?
But like, or someone that you can compare it to then. Maybe someone like, I don't know, Villa. Is that the level that we're looking at in terms of like money incoming and like how you should spend your money and your squad depth and stuff like that? Because obviously they're not at level of like Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, City. They're not on that. Chelsea have got a ridiculous squad. If Villa got 7 first-teamers, I don't think there'd be a relegation battle. If they had 7 first-teamers injured. Like it's a mixture at manager, but also the squad is awful. And even the starting 11 that you're saying are missing there, I don't look at any of them and think, oh, if he were there, they'd be a lot better. I think they're just other stopgap players. I like Kudus and obviously Maddison and that, but I still don't think they're that level. I just don't.
Yeah, it's maybe not a case of one's missing, therefore they're worse, but 7.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
�𝗏𝗏𝗂,
I understand
Maddison,
what you're saying. Yeah, but
Solanke.
why did they finish 17th last year then?
Well, exactly. I think this has been a deeper rooted problem at Spurs.
Yeah.
If I was a Spurs fan, I'd be looking at, I don't know,
Recruitment's awful.
is it the physio? Is it some sort of medical department?
Maybe, but the recruitment as well is just terrible.
But
It's
is
so
it like,
bad.
okay, for example, the signed Solanke, who I thought was a very good level Premier League striker, did a lot at Bournemouth for where they were. He comes to Spurs with a fantastic injury record and goes down straight away.
Yeah, from that perspective, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
I think that's why I liked the Gallagher signing, because I think you've got to kind of limit your expectations. And Gallagher's never gone down injured, really.
But these are like Everton players, man. Tottenham and
But that's
Brandon
where
is
they
this
are.
big.
That's
Yeah,
where they are.
not the worst of that.
Well,
Tottenham and Brandon is this
yeah.
big six and everything from like external things, Sky and all that. Oh, Tottenham are big six to one of these huge clubs. The make signings that Everton and like Newcastle and that had made, even they won't look at these players anymore.
Yeah.
The Tottenham's recruitment's ass. I know you're saying about Solanke. Yeah, he was a good striker at time, yeah. But I won't look at any other big dogs and think they go for Solanke. Any of the proper big teams, I don't think any of them have got. And if they did, he'd be there. End it there.
I think he could have
Tottenham are in a
signed for
pool of players underneath the ones that the big ones go for.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. But there's a lot of injuries here. I'm not excusing Frank at all, but when you've got, like in their first team, Kudus starts, Kulusevski,
Yeah, I get what
Maddison,
you're saying, yeah.
Porro, Udogie. There's at least 5.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But they finished 17th for a reason, man. Regardless
Yeah.
of injuries, the pants.
Yeah, I agree. That is the
They're rubbish.
overriding. Yes. Okay.
And Arsenal, I think, actually look quite good.
Yeah,
And
it's
that
a
was a big test, that.
big statement after.
Yeah, it's
week.
not exactly an hard game for the team that you're playing because Tottenham is shit. But in terms of like the derby aspect of it, and Tottenham trying to stay up at the end of the day, and you're trying to win the league. City have won on Saturday, so they've all seen that. They're breathing down your neck. They've got a game in hand. They've got to play you at home. City win all the games, they'll do it. I get the same way for Arsenal as well, obviously. But that is a big win. That
100%
statement.
Yeah, 100%. I think I look at players like 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗂. That is the time to step up. I want Villa to win the league. I don't want Arsenal City to win it, but I worry that he's kind of kicking on at the right time, 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗂. He scored, I think, 10 goals this calendar year.
I like him. I seriously like him.
To be fair, you've said that you like him.
I think he does a lot more than just... Obviously, the hardest thing to do is put it in back at net, but I think he does a lot more for everybody else in that team than what is perceived. And people just look at him and think, he's a lump, he don't do anything. And I guess this is a stereotype that's used with shit for us generally, but he brings everybody else in. He really does. I think he makes space for other people a lot.
Does he, though?
I really think he does. Because you've almost got to double up on him because he's such a big lump, such a unit, that if you're just having one man on him, he's going to pin you easily. And then someone like 𝗬𝗔 or whatever can bite space off him. I think 𝗬𝗔 did well for one of goals, though. He dragged somebody away. For 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗂's second one, that rocket.
Yeah, really well. I think he's better. Is he better with 𝗬𝗔 behind him as opposed to Odegaard? I think so.
Odegaard does just not pull trigger enough. He don't do anything for me.
Yeah, but Odegaard's got that pass to 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗂, that disguise on it as well. He can play them cute ones.
I think Arsenal got boys deeper that can play that ball and all, aren't they? You've got your Rice and even Gabriel pull one out for 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗃 against Wolves.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗂, it's exciting, I imagine, to be an Arsenal fan, see him score 2 goals against your rivals. And coming into the latter stage of the season now, can he lead them over the line? I still don't know. I still hold reservations, but it's a positive.
I'll tell you what, it'll be a good game at Etihad, that. Between them two. That will be a game. What do you fancy for that early doors?
I don't think it will, you know.
Will
it be a game, that?
You think City will just win?
Arsenal
just go for a draw. Arsenal going City 11 behind. But I think City
maybe not, but I think it'll be quite a boring game, to be honest.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe barrel of laughs, aren't you? Well, other team that you said were in it. Yeah. Other team you said were in it, Villa. They're not in it. They've drawn 1-1 with Leeds.
They've looked bad. You said before about if Villa lost 7 of their first teamers, would they be where Spurs are? Maybe not, but they would absolutely struggle. Look at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗂 and Tielemans out the team.
Yeah.
When's the last time they won? They beat Brighton. They've won 1 game in 5.
Yeah.
The 2 best players are out.
I think this is like testament to Leeds though as well. As much as I don't want to say it, These have never been a relegation threatened side ever. Where they play, that is the most, from that game, and I get what you're saying with midfielders are, that's the most mid-table Premier League clash I've ever seen in my life. That is Brighton Fulham if I've ever seen it, just with bigger clubs. Them two.
Villa?
Yeah, but do you not think, well, with that team that they put out, obviously Villa this season have been really good, but more the Leeds standpoint, they do not look like a relegation team. They don't look like someone that's just come up and they're just going to hang on for dear life. They don't look like Burnley do against these teams. I can't remember. Burnley might have got something away, Villa, actually. But anyway, Leeds look good. I think they look like a mid-table side.
Yeah, they look really good.
Made him.
I was doing my top 10 fullbacks this season on the video. I had Bogle in my top 10 right backs.
Bogle's really good.
Goodmanson in my top 10 left backs.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
This season, honestly, maybe not top 10, but Stack this season. Midfield players.
That free kick is nuts.
I really like him in that, actually.
And I think there's a conversation as well that Sunderland, who had a lot of hype around him, could Leeds actually be better than him and finish in front of him?
Yeah, that is probably a conversation, actually, now you've mentioned that.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
They are 12th. They are currently 5 points in front. But I think more recently, probably since AFCON's finished, really, because they were good through AFCON as well. Since it's finished, Leeds have looked better than Sunderland. Much better.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think a big aspect was obviously beating a side who are probably going to finish in Champions League spots away at 3 o'clock. I think a lot of people talking about the night thing at Ellen Road.
I saw some at Leeds haven't lost in like 21 games at home on night games.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Obviously, a lot of that spans into thingy, but still into Championship. They've not lost in 20 odd night games in a row under Leeds.
Yeah, Villa without them two players though, they look really. They don't look poor. Like, let's not go too far here, but the drop off from Kamara and Tielemans to Louise and Onana is significant.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Watkins as well. I don't know what's going on. He needs to step up. Abraham comes on and scores.
Do they need to look at changing that guy? They offered him out to Arsenal, didn't they? Wasn't it this summer before they bought 𝗕𝗏𝗂𝗀?
Yeah, he had a big FD price tag on him.
I'm sure they offered him out to Arsenal and Arsenal said no.
I don't know. Is that right?
I think so. I'm sure before they signed 𝗕𝗏𝗂𝗀, obviously, because they were flirting with him for ages, weren't they? But I'm sure that were a thing. Other than that, though, West Ham drawn 0-0 with Bournemouth. There's not a lot to say there. I thought your game against Forest were quite poor.
It was, yeah, from a neutral point of view. The standard in the first half was awful.
Yeah, it was. that were poor, that
saw
one.
Something about, they had 12 shots in the first half, and they were on about that Stoke game when it was like 6-0 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the actual stat was.
I did see someone on Twitter being like, are we mathematically safe yet? Because you were crap, but you won. Who's bothered?
Yeah, exactly. I keep saying that to people. The goal, I don't know if you saw the goal.
Yeah.
So McAllister scored with 5 to go. It's handball.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I know.
I think that were quite unlucky. That
doesn't really matter, but he's turned.
Yeah,
his arm's in a natural position there.
Yeah,
He's not looking at the ball.
That were unlucky.
And then
They took that one well though. The defending, I've just remembered, the defending for that is atrocious though. I think it's number 20 off the top of my head for Forest. He just stands there. He's doing mannequin challenge, and you see McAllister he literally walks past him and just stood there like this T-pose him.
Yeah.
It's horrendous.
It was bad defending, but in the game they defended really well. Nico Williams surprised me. Obviously,
I thought Murillo had a good game and all.
Murillo? You reckon? I thought he was rubbish.
Really?
Yeah, first half kept giving us the ball. Their best player was Sangare. He's a joke.
He's honestly,
we'll talk about him later, so you know. Man. He was so good. Anderson as well was fantastic.
Yeah.
Ego Jesus, I don't rate him.
Rubbish.
He's had some decent performances this year, but I thought 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗃 bullied him.
Yeah, I'm not feeling
demolition job on him right there. 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗃, he's been fantastic. I think he's been our best player of the month since he came back. I can't believe how good he's been. Szoboszlai right back again. I mean, that is a talking point. I don't know if you want to talk about it. I've not asked you about this. Szoboszlai, obviously being Liverpool's best player.
Yeah.
Filling in at right back. Where do you stand on that? So we had Gomez on the bench. We had Jones, who was man of the match against Brighton at right back.
Yeah.
And now he moves Szoboszlai there.
But my only argument, just to put this to bed really quickly, no one had put that ball in for goal that you've just said apart from Szoboszlai. No one's got that pass in him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have anybody else in front of Szoboszlai there. I get what you're saying. You could put him in middle. I think we had this conversation last week or week before. But if someone can play there and is doing that good, and ultimately a right back now isn't what a right back was, is it? You're not just touchline and that's it, just overlapping, just taking men away from you rather than actually doing out on ball. It can tuck in and do what he wants effectively. I'd play him there all the time. He's mint.
Would you?
He's mint.
I agree.
He's like Trent's job.
Yeah, his distribution. He's one of the only players in our team who can do that quarterback role and just ping the ball.
He is. I only really took notice of him after seeing him in flesh, how good he is.
Yeah.
But mate, he's a joke. He's so good.
The argument is, he's your best player. Why would you not play him in his best position?
And I think I said that to you last week.
No teams, think about every team of all time. No team's best player ever has been their right back. On no occasion.
Yeah.
So why are we playing him? I don't understand personally. That's a good business end of the year.
Yeah, but you're not going to be.
You need to cement him in the midfield now.
But then you've got to sign a right back then.
Well, I don't think we do. So Frimpong's coming back in the next couple of weeks. Bradley's out for the season. But Gomez was there. He was available. He was good this season.
Great Gomez, though,
I think he's trusted him though. He's just been injured at times and really inconsistent with fitness.
If it's looking inevitable that Alonso's going to get a job in summer, maybe, then I guess you can just see what Frimpong's about then in that sort of system.
Yeah. I think the problem with Arne Slot, there's a lot, but I think he's making it really hard for ourselves. One, the performance in the first half was so poor.
Yeah.
You kind of almost playing uphill in the second. You've got so much to do. But so he started Szoboszlai right back, and we're all looking at it thinking, you're joking. And Wirtz was in the team originally in attacking midfield. He gets injured at warm-up, so Curtis Jones, first name on the bench, he comes on. I think that's the worst I've seen him play, Jones. And you could maybe factor in the fact he wasn't mentally ready for the game. He was chucked in. He started in midfield, Jones. Half an hour in, he swapped Szoboszlai and Jones. So Jones went to right back, Szoboszlai midfield. They both played well in them positions. And it's like, why wouldn't you just do that at the start? Why wouldn't you just start him there? Seriously.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But if he's doing that well at right back as well.
But the thing is, he'd do well anywhere. He's played right wing this year. When Salah was at AFCON, he's done well.
Yeah.
He'd play up front and do a decent job. Szoboszlai.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But then it's like, obviously, you don't trust the other right backs that he's got.
That's fair enough, but when McAllister was putting in a performance like that, you've got to play Szoboszlai midfield over him at half-time and bring Joe Gomez on for me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. What about Palace and Wolves?
I didn't watch the game. I don't know if you saw anything from the game.
Well, Palace aren't happy, obviously, because they were still crap. Obviously, they've won. Wolves missed a penalty and had a red card, so they've scraped past one of the worst sides that you could possibly ever have in Premier League.
Yeah.
But they still played rubbish. I don't think they're happy with Glasner. I think there's a lot of talk of him still getting jobs till summer anyway, and then leaving, because they were like crisis talks, weren't they, over it? Because they're looking crap in Europe and all. But they look like they're going to keep him, but they're just rubbish, man. They're lucky, I think, Palace, that they had a decent start for a start, and there's some absolute dross around them.
Yeah, that's a good point, because the competition's pretty poor.
It's going to and that sounds stupid, because it's going to be such an high tally to stay up. But there's so many poor teams by that regard. It's not like you've got 3 that are dog shit and rest are all right. There's like 7 or 8 teams that I think are rubbish.
Yeah,
in this division, I really do. But I think that speaks to strength for it more than anything else. So maybe I'm just talking waffle. Maybe I'm an idiot.
I don't know. So you reckon I think they're all just similar. That's the thing. Not so much bad or good. They're all just the same.
Leeds, Spurs, Tottenham, West Ham, Burnley, Wolves are all rubbish.
But they can all beat each other.
Relative to the...
They can all nick points.
Yeah.
As Brighton can as well.
Yeah. True.
I think the problem with Palace and Glasner is, I understand they're in the Conference League. He's won the Europa League before, I'm pretty sure, with Frankfurt, right? Was it Frankfurt? I might have got that entirely wrong.
Conference.
I think he won the Europa League, definitely. I'm sure he did. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Might be, sorry if I'm wrong there. But he's got experience in Europe. You want him surely at the helm when you're leading a European charge, which they are favourites to win. They've struggled to beat Zrinski.
Exactly, they drew against them idiots.
But if anyone's going to win this thing, it's probably him. But I don't know if he wants to be there. I don't think he does want to be there.
None of them look arsed. I don't know if players look bothered. But it look rubbish. What's happened to Wharton?
Yeah.
They look awful. Some of these Palace, some of these big Palace names look crap.
But is it a coincidence that on the pitch is reflecting off the pitch? Like, in terms of Glasner saying that the fans are being spoiled and they need to kind of know where they stand.
Rein it in a bit.
Come on. Who are you to tell Palace fans who've supported their team in 2 divisions what they should expect?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Won the FA Cup and you've been rubbish this year. It's not good enough. Going to Europe and
but he has that rug pulled from under him.
Yeah, but it's still not good enough.
No, I agree.
Team there is nowhere nearer. Where are they now in the league?
Like 15th, I want to say, off the top of my head.
Yeah, the squad's not great, but the money
is just normal Palace, though, in and around 13th. This is textbook Palace.
But how much money have they chucked at it in January? 80 million quid? More?
Yeah, but again, it's like, that's just due to market. They've lost players. The players that they've brought in are nowhere near the standard of the ones that they've lost, obviously, because they won't be going to Palace. So it's not got a squad as good as they had last year. They've got worse.
But I'm just saying, you've got to beat this team in Europe. You've got to fancy yourself to win.
I think they've got to win that European thing. It's so easy.
They won't. Tell you they won't. Not like this. They can't break down low blocks.
They'll be good at home, though, in 2 legs. For a lot of these teams.
Would they, though?
I think they will. Because fans will get up for it. More they'll go through for it.
They will, but they're almost against the manager, half of them. They were singing sarcastic against the manager.
That's a good point.
So where's the atmosphere? What are they believing in here?
Yeah,
They're believing in Wharton, Munoz. That's kind of it. Like Mitchell. Henderson I thought was really good from what I saw. Made loads of saves.
I'm trying to look at what else there is to believe in. Obviously, there's no to speak about in West Ham, Bournemouth. Brentford lost at home 2-0 to Brighton. I don't think either of them two look like they're going to be getting Europe. I know Brentford are in 7th, but I can't see it.
I was really surprised by that. That's the most surprising result of the weekend for me.
Yeah, because Brentford are that good at home.
As well.
And Brighton have been crap. Brighton have been rubbish recently. I think Everton will finish above Brentford and Bournemouth. I could see Newcastle being a bit better. And I think that'd be that. There's that many... like you said, it's very close with a lot of these teams. I just don't think Brentford will keep that position.
I would back Brentford to finish above Bournemouth, definitely, and Fulham and Newcastle. Yeah, I'd back them to finish
Brentford will finish above
7th or 8th.
Newcastle?
Yeah, I think Everton might do them.
I think Everton and Newcastle a bit once.
Did you see what Keith Andrews said, though? I really like him. He was like, we've been the best team in the country for the last 10 weeks. One half of football doesn't define us. I like that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. But it's the home record, isn't it? You definitely back him to get at least a draw against Brighton, who can't seem to put two good wins together on the bounce.
Yeah, I do agree with that. That ''𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗧 were poor, and I really like him.
What did I say last week about him? I'm not.
No,
he's. I'm not convinced.
I do think he's a good player. I do, and we disagree on that. But I don't think he played well there. Okay. I don't think many people did for Brentford, to be honest. From the odd bit that I saw. Don't know what else there is. Is there obviously there's Everton Man U tonight.
We can talk about. Do you want to talk about Milner for a bit? Have you seen anything about Milner on socials? Yeah, he plays for Brighton. Play for Liverpool, Man City.
I know you're a fan, mate. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. Right, what about him?
Well, he played the full game, right? And he broke the appearances record.
Yeah.
And if you saw that. So he won above Gareth Barry now.
Yeah.
Did you see the reaction on socials?
No.
You'd think he'd not done anything. You'd think he'd not broken a record. So people were quoting the... So like TNT would post the table of the appearances.
Yeah.
Milner's broken the all-time appearances record. People go, well, hold on. He's actually 13,000 minutes behind Gareth Barry.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
It's a good job no one's talking about the minutes. Good job it's not a minutes table, isn't it? What? Like, the football fans' ability to make everything negative is unbelievable, seriously.
It's like, big achievement that. The record appearance holder. Well, actually, it's like the nerd emoji.
Exactly, yeah.
You see all them pop out.
Yeah. Milner's played for better teams in his career. He's won more trophies. Have that. Stick that in your table, honestly.
All right.
I like Milner. I really like him. I know, to be fair, the back end of it, he's literally getting like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, just to get him over the line.
Pad. Yeah, but okay, don't everybody do that ever?
Yeah.
When players are on like for golden boots and that, they'll start taking penalties if you take them before. They'll start like your mates will try and set you up a bit. It's just one of them ones. Stop crying.
I like that.
You babies.
Nice one.
Big baby. Happy?
Yeah. Very.
Anyway.
Are there any more games to talk about? Yeah. Oh, City. Not spoken about City. Yeah. That's definitely a talking point, that.
Is it? What, just a textbook win against Newcastle?
Was it textbook, though? I don't think they played that well.
Yeah, but it don't really matter. They've won.
It's one of them where they've won, but if you're a City fan, you'll be going, I know we've got 3 points there, but I'm not particularly confident next game, really. Like, in the way we're going to batter teams.
Off it.
In the way we're going to batter teams.
They don't need to batter teams.
You think City were really good against Newcastle?
I didn't say that. I said it right. I think it's a textbook win. The thing that's annoying is they've got Leeds away next.
Leeds away, yeah.
And it's under Leeds. It's one of them ones.
Yeah.
That's a little bit scary.
Half-5.
Yeah, lights will start coming.
They go away to Chelsea. They've got Arsenal this year. They've got Villa still to go.
They have a tough run. Yeah, but we know what City are like when they get in that mood.
Yeah, that's true.
And if they've been literally in first gear all season, if they turn it on at any point, they could win every game for the rest of the year and nobody bat an eyelid.
Oh, absolutely.
They could literally win every competition still.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah.
And this is a side that no one's taking seriously. They actually are in everything, aren't they, still?
Well, they've got to play Newcastle again, haven't they? In Cup.
They've got final Mickey Mouse against Arsenal, and then 2 games after they play Arsenal in League. Oh, God. Oh, they need to beat Leeds, though. That's a tough game, seriously.
Really tough game.
Leeds away.
But I think they still need to elevate that performance, in my opinion. I thought Haaland, that was one of his best games I've seen him play. I know he didn't even score. It was brilliant. Hold-up play was great. Yeah, O'Reilly as well. How good's he? In midfield.
He's a player.
If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be looking at that thinking, left-back English, playing in midfield.
Yeah, they've got 𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗃,
do that, honestly.
They've got 𝗬𝗪𝗃.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Rodri as well played really well. I thought that's a big performance.
That's the best he's looked since he's come back.
I agree, yeah. I think that's the best him and Haaland have looked in a couple months, weeks.
What are you thinking then? Shall we bow out of this video right now with who do you think will win division? Just quickly, just a one-word answer.
Arsenal. Yeah.
I think Man City, man. I'm sort of leaning.
Do you think
I'm at that point now where I'm leaning a
Are
bit.
you really? Who's playing better football?
Arsenal.
I think Arsenal are, yeah.
City winning more games than them recently. Don't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally don't matter. It's all right playing good. Playing good is all right for the first 50 odd games, but when it gets to running, you don't care. You just want to win.
Do you think whoever wins the game between them two wins it? Do you reckon it's that simple or not?
Yeah, I'd go that far. I think psychologically it just kill the other one off because it's there's 5 games left after. Yeah, I'm slightly teetering towards City.
Well, there's also a big cup game, isn't there, before the end? So whoever wins that
cup final.
little psychological
Cup final, yeah. They're obviously both still in FA Cup. They could both still do a quad.
But I mean, they play each other twice, don't they? So
in space of 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe. Kiss.